This is Colin on the ASCA League channel, and here we are for round 7 of the Copperhead Amateur Series. We are here for qualifying, and this time we're at Pocono. We are at another doubleheader track. However, we are growing thin with these as we soon will be out of them. The last race for doubleheaders is Bristol, so we only have one more race, actually two including this one, to see these pro drivers in the Copperhead Amateur Series this season at least. And we're just going to see, we actually have some drivers coming out on track. This is one of the Pennzoil Pro Series drivers doing double duty this weekend. It is Kyle Collins driving the familiar Mod Space Camry. And that 61 has been fast all year so far with all the different drivers that have been in it. And currently Kyle Collins is going to try to wield it to get it into the field here today. We're going to pull up the scoring chart while nobody is in the field yet. We're going to start to see times pop up on that list as people start making laps. Now this is Pocono. The time limit is the exact same, so we have drivers running around the track. They are not going to be making the same amount of lap times as they would at a very short course. So that could also play into hand here, as if you come out late, you may only have 2 or 3 laps to make a really good one. So I'm going to have to get the best you can out here. Draft does come into play just a little bit at this track, but not as much as a super speedway. And also, this is not considered a super speedway, so you'll not have 14 drivers qualifying for the race. Only 10, the normal 10, will be qualifying for this race. Also, by the way, there are 27 people trying to make this race, including one new driver, which we'll talk about soon. But anyways, as we see more and more drivers start to come off pit road, we're looking at Who Flung Koo making his way out, as well as Allison Davidson in 29, and Kevin Ulrich in that Ford drive further, Ford Fusion. The guy who lost that sponsorship, Cody Smart, now with the Target Ford, going to try to qualify this 88 into the field. Smart Motorsports in general has been doing very well though, so I'm pretty sure he can make it today. Here's Eric Willis. This will be his second attempt to make the field. Tried to make it last week, it did not work out. And Willis, being sponsored by Boston College, trying to make the field. And seeing as this is a very, this track has very long stretches, the high-powered cars, I believe, are going to be the ones to watch here today. And Eric Willis being in a high-powered engine car for Brickwood Racing, I'm sure that he's going to be one of the favorites to make the race. We're going to move up just a bit. As we see Kyle Collins at the top of the board, next 61 car. But as we see more cars come out, pretty much a duplicate from Allison Davidson's ride. This is Samantha Jones in the 52, the normal driver of the Speedco colors. Behind her, Aiden Thomas, Walmart Ford, and then teammate to Aiden Thomas, the team owner, James Richardson for Richardson Racing. This team has been doing average all season long, not too terrible, not too great. They've qualified for a good number of races, so just an average team, and maybe they'll step it up to full-time next season. Here's Tanya Brayer in the 63 car, still looking for some full-time sponsorship. Has been lingered with plenty of part-time sponsorships, but nothing really big paying and big money for that 63 car yet. To be fair though, she hasn't had many successful runs yet this season. Here's Ben Gerhardt. He's had plenty of sponsorship as well, but still has some empty races on his roster. Ollie's, though, is on the car for the first time since Daytona and projected to be the last time as well. So, 28 car trying to give the sponsors what they wanted and a good run, and also make the field today. John Arndt back here in the 05 car, Zaxby Chevy. He's been very disappointed with his ride, so he is not underneath the Sharkbite Racing banner anymore. He has actually created his own team, Arndt Motorsports, and the 05 car is going to try to qualify for his first race for his own team, so we're going to have to see how that works out, and currently he is not inside that top 10. Here's Cesar Chavez. I believe he's qualified for one race, and that may have been Martinsville. No, actually, he won Martinsville in the Pennzoil Pro Series, but he didn't actually qualify for the Copperhead Amateur Series that week, so That's what I'm thinking about there. But I am not sure if Caesar has actually qualified for a race yet this season. So, seeing as this is his last race in the Copperhead Amateur Series this season, he wants to end it out with a good run here today. So the Taco Bell Colors trying to at least get inside the top 10 to make this final race. See Jeremy Jones in the 23 car this week. He's driving the car Carson Bowers usually drives. However, this time, because the 93 is being driven by Aiden Milliken, the 23 car was the only car left, so Jeremy had to slide into there. We see Zach Komoski in the 1 car, making his second to last attempt to qualify for a race, as well as Sebastian Torres trying to qualify. He's one of our latecomers and trying to make use of little funding as he has, just trying to get noticed out there and maybe get picked up by a team for next season. More cars in the back here. Cole Baker in the number 5 Astro Chevy trying to make the race. Another one of the doubleheaders drivers, the 5 car. Cole has been one of the most respectful drivers this season, but nevertheless he has qualified for some races. Here's Julio Caesar in the Access Ford. Caesar, one of the guys in the Go or Go Home qualifying drivers, who's actually managed to perform very well, and we usually see this 44 car qualify. However, last week that was not the case. And here's the new driver. This is Chase Marks driving his first start. And we're not sure if he's going to be qualifying for anymore. This team is very, very low funded, so this may be the only appearance we will see of them this year. However, they're going to try to get it done here today and qualify for Pocono. And here's Ryan Kendall making another start in the 16 zero-driven Dodge. Trying to get Red Stallion Racing to have 3 cars in the field for the first time. He missed his first opportunity trying to make it a thing this time. Looks like Cole Baker is diving down to pit road. He is currently not in. Giovanni Barraza as well, you see diving down. He will surrender his track position. Here's Alan Holland in the ProView Chevy, another one of the Sharkbite Racing cars. However, this driver is still in Sharkbite Racing, and Holland was the one that brought ProView to the team, and currently he hasn't made much use of it though. The 24 is qualified for 1 race, so definitely disappointing for that team. Here's Kieran Pangborn, definitely an interesting season for the 77 car. You can't really say if he's a high-class driver or not, because the races he has managed to qualify in are super speedways, but when he does them spectacularly too. We even saw his second ride, Ryder Smith, that's just a variant of this car, make the field, so I don't know what Jones Motorsports has for super speedways, but they definitely got a knack down for it. So, but this track does resemble a super speedway just a little bit. However, they are not showing it. They're going off the facts because they are not inside the top 10 right now. And here's Jose Viquez, a dismal Copperhead Amateur Series season so far. I don't believe he's qualified for any races despite starting most of them. So Jose just trying to qualify for 1 race at least. And now we've come around full circle to see Kyle Collins, who is still at the top of the board. It's now with 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining. We see the clock time down. We see Dylan Membrilla here in the Coca-Cola Toyota. And talk about him. Coca-Cola back on the car again. And Coca-Cola has been rumored to sponsor Dylan Membrilla wherever he goes next year full time. We saw Coca-Cola sponsor Gary Weaver in the Pennzoil Pro Series full time. So we were wondering what Coca-Cola's plans were for season 4, and that possibly could be the case. So definitely not a bad driver to go with either, as Membrilla has definitely showed himself. You see, this is Milliken in the unsponsored black 93 car. I believe we have gotten through everybody. I believe we have, except for Callum Wood actually. Callum Wood in the Ray Bestos Toyota. Trying to make another race in this 25 car, one of the veterans of the sport. Racing part-time though in the Copperhead Amateur Series only. But as we see the clock wind down, we are down to our final seconds here. Zach Komoski is in second, Julio Caesar in third, Aiden Milliken, not a bad start for him in fourth. Looks like Cody Smart fifth, Jose Viquez is in sixth, Allison Davids in seventh, Kevin Ulrich, nice eighth, Ben Gerhardt ninth, and it looks like Ryan Kendall is holding on to 10th. However, as we look outside, looks like Jeremy Jones, Cole Baker, Tanya Breyer just on the outside, just by a few tenths of a second. Actually, that's hundredths of a second, and the clock has officially timed out, so this is the final lap as these guys come back around. And I don't believe there has been any change. Cesar Chavez doesn't look like he'll make it. And Membrilla, you see him coming across. He will not improve. 29 car is in currently. 93 car is in currently. The 50, I don't believe he'll make his first career start. I don't believe the 68 made it in, did he? No, 68 of Eric Willis, 19th on the board. Not good at all. And it looks like as we come to a close with just 10 seconds left, it's like Kieran Pangborn is last. Actually, Chase Miller beat someone in his first start for that very low-funded team. And it looks like the 05 of John Arndt is not going to have any progress in his own team. Anyways, as we back out, we see the standings. Here is the official results. We can actually keep it on one page for the first time in a while, actually. We've had over 28 the past few weeks. But as we look down from 1st to 10th, that is your field that is going to make the Pocono race. And it's not surprising either, as those are some pretty high-quality teams on that top 10 board. No real surprises there. Maybe Kevin Olich a little bit, but after we got the Ford sponsorship, that team has become a threat now. As we look down, both the Richardson Racing cars didn't make it, the 6 and the 60. Sebastian Torres didn't make it. Alan Holland didn't make it. Samantha Jones, who's typically has made a lot of races this season, is not going to make it. Giovanni Barraza, still looking for some luck in that 92 car. Uflung Poo not going to make it. Cesar Chavez, Callum Wood, Dylan Membrilla, Tanya Breyer, and then Cole Baker and Jeremy Jones just on the outside. By 2/100ths of a second, Jeremy Jones misses the field. And that is it. So, part-time qualifying for Pocono, that is all we have. So, the Pennzoil Pro Series race will be coming up after the Copperhead Amateur Series race, but we will see it is a doubleheader. So, tune in for both of those races coming in the near future. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. This is the ASCA League, signing out.